Some cops almost lost their lives just to save an entitled and angry Karen that didn't want to be saved. This Karen was so comfortable endangering life, but it went too far when the police got involved. What actually happened? And what led to this unusual incident? An emergency call became one of the police officer's most unusual save yet, and it sure did come with a lot of casualties. Did the police officers take legal action? And did Karen have an ulterior motive? These are just two of the many questions that this video will be answering. Unknown to the policeman, danger lurked in the corner as an emergency call was put across to two police officers, Diana Sanchez and her partner, regarding a scream that was heard from a house in Butts County. It was reported that a man was heard screaming in his apartment, and immediately one of the neighbors thought of calling the attention of the police. However, when the police arrived, guess what? They found nothing. Yes, guys, no one was found in the apartment. Now, the question is, could it have been a false alarm? Or maybe the neighbor who had reported this to police heard something, but that it didn't come from said apartment. Well, if you want to know what actually happened, don't go anywhere. Stick around to watch to the end of the video, and also tell us what you think about it. With that being said, let's get into the business of the day. The first footage of today's video starts with two police officers walking to the door of the victim's apartment, knocking and loudly saying, "Jackson Police Department."
Jackson Police Department! I hear like a male screaming, but I can't tell if it's coming from around back or up here. But just be aware, there's some staircases right there. So, you ready? Jackson Police Department!
When they eventually got inside, they found no one. They could only hear a mouse screaming around the house, but didn't know exactly where it was coming from. The police officers didn't stop searching. They continued to search every corner of the house. Maybe they could find something, but all to no avail. Just to be on the safer side, the police officers were armed with a gun so as to protect themselves from any form of attack. After a few minutes of unsuccessful search, the police officers became tired but kept on searching. Just then, an angry-looking man opened the door, demanding to know what the police officers were doing in his apartment. Before the officers could process what was going on, the angry-looking man was creating a whole lot of chaos.
Who is it? Oh, hey! You in the house? Hey!
He was aggressively throwing things and scattering the house. From the look of things, it can be seen that the angry-looking man could be the victim. However, it is quite confusing why he was angry to see the cops, or he wasn't actually in danger like the reporter had thought before calling the attention of the cops. So guys, just to be safe from harm, the videographer had to run to the bathroom.
Go ahead and start the counting. Go ahead and start the counting. Shots fired! Shots fired!
I will kill you! You get out of my house! This is Put your gun down!
Lucas, I'm stuck in the bathroom.
The angry-looking man didn't stop attacking them, and so it was safe to find a place to hide so as not to get harmed. While the videographer was hiding in the bathroom, she thought of escaping through the window. From the footage on the screen, the height of the windows is quite high from the ground. In a situation where you have no other option, it is important that you take the risk. The videographer didn't hesitate, and so she jumped through the window.
Put your gun down!
Lucas, I'm stuck in the bathroom.
Got a shot at it. See the Waits residence, first residence on the right, across. 506 Temple.
Luckily for her, she landed on the ground safely and didn't sustain any injury. Both officers got out of the house unharmed. However, the 2 police officers that were at the apartment of the reported victim couldn't handle him because they did not have enough backup. Even when one of the police officers tried calling the angry-looking man to order from outside, the angry man continued with his aggressive behavior. It was then the cops thought of calling a backup from their other squad.
I saw that! Did I say?
Oh, that's a video. Lucas, where you at?
Where's he at? So put your gun down, police department! Police department! Police department! Put your gun down! Put your gun down! You are legally entering a prison.
Take cover, Lucas. Stand by.
10-4.
At 172 Fox Hollywood Drive.
Take cover. Where you at?
If this video you've just watched is intriguing, then I bet you actually don't know what is in store for you in the next video. The next video is something that would leave you speechless and wondering why the culprit in this video would do such a thing. What is so intriguing is the age range of the culprit. Here's a video of a police officer shot and left injured by a teenager. In recent years, there's been growing concern around teenagers having knowledge of and access to firearms. A number of high-profile incidents have drawn attention to the alarming reality that many teens are familiar with guns and, in extreme cases, have used them to perpetrate violence. The implications of teens with gun knowledge have become a disturbing factor. And to help subdue this, we adults have a lot of work to do in order to enlighten the youths about the danger and consequences they would face if they failed to desist. Police body camera footage captured the shooting of a female police officer by a teenager at the 2500 block of Hickory Street.
Come on, you gotta stand up.
What I do?
Come on, turn around.
What?
Look, turn around.
The culprit had a gun, which he used in shooting the cops 3 times before escaping. The culprit was identified to be William Pat, a teenager who was around the age of 15 to 20 years. His actions were triggered when the cops pulled him out of the car and tried to handcuff him.
221. What's your location? Phillips and Hickory.
But William managed to surpass her and used the gun to shoot her aggressively. Prior to this time, William obeyed all the instructions that were given to him by the cops, but William had an escape plan all along. And so, in order to perfect his escape, he left the cops wounded before he ran away. William Pat managed to escape because the female cop was not backed up by her team. And when they finally arrived at the scene, William had already escaped. The female cop was medically attended to, and the culprit was being chased by the rest of the team. It can be seen that the police officer had sustained a major injury due to the gunshots. She was shot 3 times in her hand region. Heading over to the third video, guys, this is a case of a Portsmouth guy that was found guilty of shooting a police officer in 2017. For a criminal to think that he can get away with his criminal activity is a joke. No criminal goes scot-free without being punished, especially if you have a criminal record with the police squad. No matter how you try to escape, one day you will take accountability for your own actions. Those those who try to run always end up behind bars. In this video, it was reported that William Patterson was 15 years old when he was arrested in 2017.
Hours ago, a jury convicted a man on all charges for shooting a Portsmouth police officer.
William Patterson was 15 years old when police arrested him back in 2017.
Not just that, guys. According to reports, William was arrested for the second time in 4 years and was found guilty for a capital attempted murder for shooting a police officer.
Alex Littlehale spent the day in court and has more on what's next.
For the second time in 4 years, jurors found William Patterson guilty.
In cases like this, one would think that the court would consider his age and he would be given a lesser punishment, right? But guess what, guys? The court would show no mercy because William had committed the same crime for the third time. In William's criminal records, it was stated that he shot a Portsmouth police officer named Angelina Baclini 6 times. Not only did he shoot her, William also hit the police officer 5 times, which left her in severe pain. This happened in 2017, and up till today,
prosecutors say in November of 2017, Patterson fired 6 shots at Portsmouth police officer Angelina Baclini, hitting her 5 times and causing severe injury, which she still feels to this day.
The affected police officer still feels the pain from this horrible incident. William must have really dealt with the police officer in such a way that the pain is still felt. William was found guilty of firing shots and also guilty of 12 charges of the same crime up until he was apprehended.
Of the shooting, and today, a new jury.
William was arrested and taken to custody. He was found guilty for attempted aggravated murder, aggravated malicious wounding, malicious injury to a law enforcement officer, counts of use of a firearm in the commission of a felony, counts of shooting in public with bodily injury intention, carrying a concealed weapon, and lastly, possession of a firearm by him. He faced a 3-day trial in September and was sentenced to 160 years in prison, with 54 of those years suspended. Our last video for the day covers a 14-year-old boy that shot a Charlotte, Mecklenburg police officer in December 2021. This video shows how young minds are now toying with guns and arming themselves with it. They go around with guns, constituting nuisance and firing at anyone that dares to stop them. Even the cops are not spared. The first footage of this video shows how a cop came down from his car, chasing and loudly ordering a 14-year-old boy to get on the ground.
Get on the ground! Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! Hey, go to the ground, man! I'm about to play with you! I'm not playing, bro!
The cop suspected that the culprit may have committed an offense. He ran away immediately when he saw the police car approaching the area.
Get on the ground! Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! Hey, go to the ground, man! I'm about to play with you! I'm not playing, bro! Get on the ground!
Despite the police orders, the culprit didn't stop. They both ended up shooting themselves. The culprit sustained injury at the upper left shoulder and was medically attended to by the police medical department.
1300.
The police officer, however, didn't sustain much injury like the culprit had. He was apprehended after giving the first aid treatment. This will, however, teach the culprit a lesson never to make a police officer chase after him or think of pulling out a weapon to defend himself. So guys, we've come to the end of today's video. Kindly let us know what you think about this under the comments section. We will be back with more videos. Until then, see you all next time.